Hello Year 4, I thought today for the last day of remote learning we would have another game of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Now remember, you can either work the answers out mentally, or if you need to any working out, remember just to pause the video in between each question. So 212 add 100, is it A, 312, B, 1120, C, 310, or D, 302? The answer, of course, is A, 312. If you got that one right, that's £100 already. Well done. And to work it out, you could have used your column addition, remembering to add the ones first. 2 add 0 is 2, 1 add 0 is 1, 2 add 1 is 3. And also what I've done there is put the base 10 equipment so that you can see how we might have worked it out with practical equipment too. Okay, ready for the next one? Question 2. 639 take away 100. Is it A, 739, B, 730, C, 539, or D, 629? Remember to pause the video if you need to work it out. The answer is C, 539. If you got that right, £200 already in the bank. And again, you could have used your column to help to solve it. So see, 639 take away 100. Always start with the biggest number to begin with, sorry. So 9 take away 0 is 9. 3 take away 0 is 3. And 6 take away 1 is 5. So it's pretty straightforward. And if it was in class and we wanted to use the place value counters, I could have got all my counters out for the biggest number. I was then only taking away 100, so I take away 100 place counter, and then it would have left me with 539. Well done. Ready for question 3? 372 add 600. Does it equal A, 970, B, 900, C, 972, or D, 872? Pause the video, have a little go. The answer was C, 972. Well done, you're already up to £300. Now to work it out, some of you might have preferred to do the expanded column addition like we did in year 3. That would have been absolutely fine. So you would have started by adding your ones. 2 add 0 is 2. Then you would have added the tens. So we know the value of that 7 is really 70. So 70 add 0 is 70. And then we look at the hundreds column. We know the value of the 3 is really 300. The value of the 6 is really 600. So 300 add 600 equals 900. We then could have added all our three answers together, which would have totaled to 972. Some of you now can do it the quicker and the simpler way, which is on the right hand side. It gives us the same answer. Question 4. 88 times 6. Is it A, 528, B, 428, C, 94, or D, 520? Think carefully about which method you are going to do to work this out. Pause the video now and have a go. The answer is A, 528. If you got that one right, which was a bit more tricky, that is £400. Well done. And to work it out, you could have still done your column. So we know 88 times 6, if you look at the side, I've got the base 10 equipment. So it's saying 6 lots of 88. Now we're at a stage where now it wouldn't be sensible or quick to count out all that equipment. So we're going to begin by timesing the ones column. And we all know our 8 times table, or we should do. So 8 times 6 is 48. Then we look at the other column. Now this time we're going to do 6 times 80. Remember the value of that 88, if we partitioned it, would be 80 and 8. So it's 6 lots of 80 now. Now to work that out, we've just said 8 times 6 is 48. So 80 is 10 times bigger than 8. So we just times the answer by 10. So that would have gave us 480. And then we just add those two together. 8 add 0 is 8. 4 add 8 is 12. We know if it's bigger than 9, we're going to have to carry it. So we put 2 at the bottom, carry the 10. So then 4 add the 1 is 5. Hopefully you got that one right. Question 5. Oh, a fractions one this time. 4/15 add 7/15 equals. Try and remember the rules when we're adding fractions. Is it A, 11/30ths, B, 10/30ths, C, 10/15ths, or D, 11/15ths? Have a little go. The answer is, of course, D, 11/15ths. That's £500 already. So remember the rule, if the denominator's the same, it stays the same. So we don't even have to worry about the bottom number. So all we're doing is a straightforward add. 4 add 7 equals 11. So the answer was 11/15ths. Question 6. Oh, we've got some 4-digit numbers now. So let's read them together. We've got 4,501 add 3,529. You are definitely going to need your column addition method for this one. Is the answer A, 80,310? Is the answer B, 8,039? C, 7,029? Or D, 8,030? Pause the video now, have a go. The answer is D, 8,030. Already up to £1,000, well done. Now, here you can see that we've used the column addition method, and it is so important that you line the numbers up correctly underneath each other. 1 add 9 equals 10. We know that if the number is over 9, we're going to have to carry. So I carried it to the next column. 0 add 2 is 2. Add the 1 to it equals 3. 5 add 5 is 10. Exactly the same thing as we did at the beginning. We can put our 0 down, but we need to carry the 1. 4 add 3 is 7. Add the 1 is 8, giving us 8,030. Question 7, hope you're doing well. Oh, another 4-digit, take away 4-digit here. 6,728 take away 3,529 equals, is it A, 3,199, B, 3,299, C, 3,249, or D, 3,241? Pause the video now, have a go. The answer is A, 3,199. Did you get that one right? Well done if you did, £2,000. So this one was a little bit tricky, so let's look at it together. Let's look at the ones column. 8 take away 9, I can't do. I'm going to have to borrow a 10 from the tens column. So you can see I've put the red line through the 2 and I changed it to a 1. And the one that I've borrowed is in the blue. So now I've got 18 take away 9, which I can do, which equals 9. I know that because of my doubles as well. I can check by doing the inverse. 9 and 9 does equal 18, so that's correct. Now in the tens column, I had 1 take away 2, which again I can't do. So I'm going to borrow from the hundreds column. So I put a line through the 7, changed it to a 6, carried that 1 back over. So now I've got 11 take away 2, which I can do. 11 take away 2 equals 9. 6 take away 5 equals 1. And 6 take away 3 is 3. So the answer is 3,199. Hopefully you got that one correct too. Oh, question 8, let's go. 6,728, take away 734. This one you're going to have to be really careful making sure you line up those numbers correctly. Is the answer A, 5,914, B, 5,994, C, 6,994, or D, 6,722? Pause the video now. The answer is B, 5,994. That one was worth £5,000. And again, it was a bit complicated, this one, so this is why you've really got to take your time. It was a 4-digit number, take away 3-digit number. 8 take away 4 does equal 4. 2 take away 3 we can't do. We need to borrow from the column to the side, from the hundreds column. So that 7 then becomes a 6. We've borrowed a 10, so you can see my blue, number 1. So now we've got 12 take away 3, which equals 9. 6 take away 7 we couldn't do, so we need to borrow from the thousands column, so that changes to a 5. So now we've got 16 take away 7, which we can do, which is 9, and then we've got the 5 left in the thousands column. If you got that one wrong, make sure you pause the video and have a really good look at my answer and maybe listen to my explanation again if you need to. Question 9. Oh, should be a nice easy one. 7 times 8. Is it A, 49, B, 56, C, 15, or D, 54? The answer is B, 56. £10,000. That was a nice easy one for £10,000. Now, I've presented it in different ways here for you. So remember, it's like the bar model. We don't know the answer yet, but it's asking us for 7 lots of 8. So we could have wrote it down like that, remembering some of the songs that we used to sing in class. I've put some base 10 equipment at the side, 7 lots of 8 ones there. But hopefully now you should be able to do it really quick with your fingers and just counting in your multiples. The answer is 56. Nearly there. Question 10. 681 times 4. Is the answer A, 685, B, 2,436, C, 724, or D, 2,724? Use your column method to work this one out. The answer is D, 2,724. £20,000, well done. Here you can see I've used the expanded method for this one because it's a little bit tricky and we need a bit more practice before we move away from the expanded method for this one. So times in the ones, 1 times 4 is 4. Remember, to times the tens, it's 4 lots of 80. Okay, so we could have done 4 8s of 32, then times that by 10 to give us 320. And then it's like saying 4 lots of 600. Or we could have done 4 times 6, which is 24. And because we're multiplying by 100, we know everything moves 2 places to the left. So we had 2 zeros. Add it all together, 2,724. Question 11. 6.03 add 0.07. Don't let it confuse you just because it's a decimal. Is the answer A, 596, B, 6.11, C, 6.10, or D, 6.9? Work it out using your column. The answer is C, 610. That's £30,000, well done. Here you can see it's no different to any other. We're using column to work it out. 3 add 7 is 10. So I put my 0 and I would have carried my 1. Sorry, I forgot to put it in the little blue for you to see at the top. But hopefully you remembered that. And then 6.0 is 6. So 6.10. Question 12. 82 divided by 10. Is it A, 72, B, 821, C, 8.2, D, 8.210? Pause the video now, remembering to use a grid to help you with this one. The answer is 8.2. £50,000 that one, brilliant. So if you remember our grid that we use in class, 82, when we divide by 10, everything moves one place to the right. The decimal stays in the same place, therefore the answer is 8.2. Question 13, almost done. Very similar, this one, let's see if you can do it again. 31 divided by 10, is it A, 310, B, 3,110, C, 3.31, or D, 3.1? Pause the video, remember in the grid. The answer is D, 3.1. That's £100,000. So again, just like the last one, when we're dividing by 10, we know everything, all the digits move one place to the right, decimal stays in the same place, therefore it is 3.1. And question 14. 2/3 of 27. Does it equal A, 9, B, 8, C, 10, or D, 18? Pause the video now, have a little go. The answer is D, 18. £200,000. Imagine if this was real, we wish. So to work it out, you needed to work out 1/3 of 27 first. And we know that's the same as saying 27 divided by 3. So if I had 3 equal squares and I divided 27 counters into those 3 squares, 1/3 would have been 9 counters. But to work out 2/3, I would have counted 2 boxes. So it would have been 18 counters. Or if you look on the right hand side, once you've worked out 1/3 of 27, which is the 9, we can times that answer by the numerator 2, and 9 times 2 is 18. And the final question, question 15. 2/4 of 16, does it equal A, 4, B, 8, C, 18, or D, 12? Remembering what we've just done, you need to find 1/4 of 16 first. Off you go. The answer is B, 8. And well done, that is your final question, and you have got £500,000. And again, just like we did before, we know we need to find 1/4 of 16 first. So because it's quarters, I've got my 4 boxes. I shared 16 counters equally into them. 1/4 would have just been the 4 counters. So therefore, to find 2/4, I would have counted 2 boxes, which equal 8. Or if you see my other working out where the green arrow is, once you found out 1/4 of 16, which is 4, we can times that answer by the numerator. 4 times 2 is 8. Well done. Hopefully you had really good fun. We are so excited to see you again on Monday. Hope you have a fantastic day.